I want to welcome you to planning on aisle 64. Today I'm going to be filling out my monthly calendar as well as working on my February mission board. I'll be using my cell phone because I'll be getting all the dates off of my calendar. I have my Kipling pencil case, and I always start with a pencil because I like to write on the monthly calendar in pencil. I also have my large hexagonal punch, and this is by Fiskars, so that I can maybe put some decorative elements here on my hexagons. And I've got one that I've already cut out. I cut this one out previously, and this is kind of a paper I want to focus around for this particular layout. We'll see how that goes. I also have a very small version of the same little Pampering Me kind of image that I got from an Ulta beauty ad, as well as I have my December Scarlet Line Planner Society kit. So we'll see what's what. So let's get started. Okay, let's see what I've got on my February calendar, and I've got quite a few things on it already. First of all, I do know that on Monday, February 1st, I'll be coming back from a trip, so I'll have that on. And then on Tuesday, February 2nd, I'll have an appointment with my sister at 1 p.m. So I'll be taking her to that. Thursday, I am having a procedure myself. I've got that on the calendar already. Friday is National Wear Red Day, and so there's some things that I'll be doing associated with that, as well as wearing red. And the other thing is we have a USAP meeting from 12 to 3. And then I need to have the objectives for the RN to VS curriculum to committee. So I'll just kind of put that on there. And Saturday, February 6th is the Red Dress Dash. I don't know if I'll be participating in that or not. We'll see. Go Red Sunday is on the 7th. And then I'm to call a colleague who wants me to come and speak at his class about nursing and healthcare, so I'll do that. Thursday, February 11th, we have our interdisciplinary professional education, and that is going to be 5:30 to 7 for my students. And the 13th, we are doing the annual Valentine's lunch for Gomez Temple. On the 23rd, I've got another appointment, doctor's appointment with my sister, and that is at 10:15. On February 25th, I need to have all reports reviewed for our committee for USAP. And then we've got a big USAP meeting on the 26th from 12 to 3. And I've got a standing hair appointment on Friday, so I won't put that on. On 26th. On Sunday the 28th, I need to have all of my grading done for the first few modules up to that point, and then also I use Sunday as a planning day. So I'll put that there. I've got an appointment with Einhouse at 9, and I've got a council meeting at 1:30. And that looks like I've got a great start for February. I'm sure there's going to be other things to come up, as well as the fact that I have clinical every Thursday. And I think I'm going to leave it there for now. So these are the things that I've got going on for February. I'm just going to kind of leave it here for now. I'm sure there are other things that will come up along the way, and I'll write those in as they come. I did want to remind myself, though, that my focus word for the month of February is to plan. Plan things out, not to be scattered and just kind of all over the place, saying no to those things that don't fit my goals, and to remember what is important. So my phrase for February, which brings me back to my mission statement that my success is determined by my daily routine, is to remember what is important and to plan. And then I'm going to use this list here for some video ideas, and so I'll just see what comes. Let's get started with the mission board. Okay, so here's my February mission board and my notes and ramblings page, which I put at the very top to remember what is important. I've got out my hexagon, and this is the extra large size, and it fits these hexagons perfectly. You can take a look at this one and just see how it just fits on there just perfectly. So this is the paper that I want to focus around, so we'll see how that goes. And my Scarlet Line Planner Society kit is here, and then also my little me time icon. So let's get some tools out. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I like to use a tweezer to help lift and place various embellishments. And I like to use this little Best Buy Isaac Mizrahi gift card as a cutting tool. And then I've got this collage glue stick that I got in one of my kits from the Reset Girl. So now let's go ahead and get her in place. Just because I know I'm going to be using her. Not sure what else I'm going to be coming up with, but I know definitely she's going on the page. I actually shrunk this image down from a much larger icon, or image I should say, and it's just perfect for this page. So there, I've got my first thing on the page. And I'm thinking that I want to use this paper also as a nice little additive. And I'm thinking that the kind of a pinky coral color picks up the pink and the pink there and the green. So I'm thinking this will work nicely. So let's go ahead and get some glue on it. Fits on there just nicely, and I can always swap it out if I need to, but for right now it's working. And I think I'll just put a sticky note right here and figure out, first of all, what it is that I need to have on my mission board this month. So the first thing I need to do is go here to my goal statement and kind of see what are some of the areas that I need to be concerned about. And as I look here, one of my personal goals has to do with retirement, and I have not yet done anything. Well, I take that back. I have done something about it, but it's probably not in that category. So I'm going to put retirement on here again. And I do need to get to the Social Security office this month and figure out what is it that I need to start doing. And my hashtag Heart Matters, that's not a priority for February, but it ought to be since February is Heart Month, so we'll see what I can get going with that. For social, I want to continue to grow my blog, try to get to 1,000 subscribers, and then have lunch with family or friends once a month. So I'm just going to put lunch, maybe me and my sisters can go to lunch or a movie, and then grow blog. For financial, I'm supposed to be working toward a zero-based budget. And then paying off my Visa card. So let me put Visa 1 down as a priority also. Or who knows, that could change to my American Express. So we'll just see. And then health. That's one of the big issues that I've been struggling with, and I haven't been doing as good as I would like. So regarding health, I've got to do a better job of working on my low-fat, low-cholesterol diet. Getting my Pilates started, and I have just been doing terrible at that for January, and getting my water in. But for home, one of my goals was to get the dining room and home office deep clean, and I'm almost done with that. So the home office should be done by the end of this week, and then I can get started on getting that dining room painted. So I'll just put that there as a reminder to me. And dreaming big again is growing the blog and YouTube. So I've been doing my James Wetmore video ROI course, and I'm almost done with that. But I've been learning lots of things with that to work on that goal. So now that I know what it is that I need to be working toward, I can start writing some things in. The other thing that I do need to do is take a look at my January mission board and see how did I do with that. So when I take a look at my January mission board, I can see first off that I forgot about my brow waxing, so I'll have to get that rescheduled. Didn't get started on my Pilates, so I wouldn't mind just moving that little icon over here, because I don't have another one of those, I don't think. The Big R budget, I did get that started, but I do need to tweak it. Hashtag Heart Matters, need to work on there. Home office is almost done. So really, I'm pretty much going to be putting the same things on my February mission board that I had on my January mission board. But I do have lots of progress made here on my IPFW goals. So I'm wanting to put some things related to health, and I didn't have another one of these Pilates girls from my January mission board. So what I did was I went off camera and I copied that page, and I am going to cut it out, and I'll have that to use for this month. Oh, I guess I'll have to cut it down a little bit so that I can get in there. Let me just cut out enough that I can get to it. I can't remember where I found this girl. I think it was a picture that I found on YouTube, but I just loved it, and it just really represents what I see as Pilates. There, looks like I didn't cut very clean, so I'm going to have to trim it off. And I may need to chalk the edges just a little bit, just because it's awfully pale. When I was doing a lot of scrapbooking with my sister, she was really big into chalking the edges of things. So I may need to do that, but there we go for health. And then in addition to that, I also want to try doing some healthy eating. And so one of the things that I did was I found this picture in this Better Homes and Gardening, and I'm going to use this picture just as an example of healthy eating for me to think about. So when I copied the other picture, I reduced and copied this one. So let me get it trimmed up, and then we'll get it on the page somehow. I don't like a lot of seafood, but one of the few items of seafood I do like and will eat is tuna. And this particular recipe says it's a lesson rich in heart healthy flavor. And as you know, I'm all about heart health. Because if I don't, then I'm going to have some serious issues of my own. So let's just see what I can do with this. I'm not sure if I'm going to want to put it over here or if I'm going to put it over there, but what I do know is that I don't need all of this. So I will trim some of this away. I'm going to try to do more tuna and less other types of meats. So we'll just see how things go. But this is my reminder that I am trying to do heart healthy foods. So maybe that'll go over here. We'll see. I'll just let it sit there for right now. So I've got this cut out, but I am going to chalk the edges and ink the edges. I've got this kind of a salmon colored old rose is what it is, and I'll just chalk the edges with that just to give it a little bit of a definition. That way when I put it on the page, the edges will stand out. Not enough to really have a lot of color, but just enough so that you see it as a difference. One of the things that I do when I'm working is I end up with so many things out. Okay, so she's going to go right here for health. That way I won't smudge that ink that I put on there. Okay, so now, where's my cap? Here it is. So I've got my Pilates girl on there, and then you saw where I had cut this out. I had copied this from this ad, and I'm thinking I'm going to put it over here. And I had trimmed off the here where it says a lesson rich in heart healthy flavor. I thought, you know, I need to remind myself that heart healthy is my goal. So I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to try to use new recipes this month, you know, just try to find different things to eat to spice up my diet. My husband is into healthy eating as well, and my sister is with me right now, and she too is concerned about her diet. So we will all three just be focused on a healthy diet. So I'm going to put that there. And I'm thinking I'm going to put this here. Or do I want it down here? If I put it down here, then I've got room up there for my notes. Maybe I'll put it down here. Yeah, I'll put it down here at the bottom of the page. That way I've got plenty of room at the top to do my notes and ramblings. Okay, so I got this on, I got this on. I'm thinking I'm liking this right down here. This way I've got plenty of room to write up there. And I've got my Pilates girls there. I need to get my financial goals in, and I think I want a big dollar sign to go in there. And so let me find that. So I'll be right back. I wanted a piggy bank and I couldn't find one, and the ones in my stickers weren't the right size. So I Googled an image of a piggy bank and I found this one. And then I printed it off and I got this size, and then I shrunk it down to this size. So I'll be cutting this off and I'll be popping it in there for financial. So let me do that. So I've got my little piggy all trimmed up, and I inked him with that Old Rose ink just to give him a little bit of a definition so you can see he stands out a little bit. But I also wanted to put in this paper here. So I took my hexagonal punch, and it's going to go here in the home area, and the piggy will go on top like that. I want it this way. I think this way is good. And the piggy will go like that. Okay, so let's get this down. Get that there, and then this little pig can go right there. this on right there. And this is home, and this is my retirement budget. So I'm still in the financial area, so that's good. And I'm going to take this calligraphy marker by Marby Memories, and it's dual-sided, but I'm going to use this particular side of it. And for this month, let me make sure this is what I want. Okay, we'll try it. Just to paint. Dining room. So paint dining room is my home focus for the month. And then this is my retirement budget. So I think I need something smaller for that. And it just says retirement. So it's just my reminder that I'm working on my retirement budget there. And I could probably put pay bills and regular budget here. So let me grab a sticker to pop in there. One of the things I was trying to do was get this financial goal, which is for my home situated. So I went ahead and wrote budget in there. I kept looking for a sticker that had a big dollar sign. I couldn't find the right one. And I thought, just write in zero-based budget. So I practiced writing a couple times over here. And then I wrote in budget there. And then I think I'm going to swap markers and go with the smaller one for the zero-based. I'm thinking. No. Not that side. Yeah. All right, let's see how this turns out. I'm really kind of leery about my handwriting, but one of the things we've been talking about in the group is learning to love our handwriting. So we'll see how this turns out. So, 0, and then based. That's not too bad. Zero-based budget. Now I know why I was going to use the smaller one, just because I wanted a different font there, but that's okay. I'm working with a zero-based budget for the month of February, so we'll see how that goes. So now I decided I don't like the way I have that written in there. So I went off camera, found some paper that I thought would match, which is this. And I used my hexagonal punch, and I punched it, and I'm going to put this there. Now the only problem this creates now is these two colors are too close together. So then I remembered I had bought this Lisa Griffin paper. It's actually full-size washi sheets. It's for the Cricut. And I cut out a little hexagonal punch from there, and I think this will work just fine. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work just fine. So there, the colors are great. They're going together nicely. So I'm going to go with those two colors. So let me go ahead and get some glue on this one. And luckily enough, I've got several sheets of that in case I need, well, not several sheets, but I can cut several hexagons in case I mess it up. And that's the nice thing I like about this mission board and with these hexagons. I can just cover them up if I make an error. So I know in the beginning of the year, we were just all just too nervous to even write in our planners. But now it's like, okay, so if I mess it up, I'll just write over it. So let me put a line down the middle of this to get my budget written in. And this is the one I want to use. Nope, that's not it. This is the one I want to use. So I'm going to write budget. There. And then I'm going to put a little line above it. And a little line below it. And I'll use the smaller pen this time, which is what I had meant to do the last time. And I'm going to write 0 base. There. Now this is what I was aiming for before. 0 based budget. So budget stands out and then you see the 0 based in between there. So that is great. So now I can get the sticker on. Now this will be the first time I've used this sticker paper. Oh, it's pretty sheer. It's pretty sheer, but it covered up that other one nicely. So I'm liking that. And this one was the Dream Big. That was financial. We've got 2 financial ones right there. And paint the dining room as home. So I think I'm looking pretty good right now. Let me just take a moment to pause and think. Okay, I need to put something on here for being social. And I think I will just give myself a little line. And I'm going to use this marker, and I think I'll fold this back. Sometimes it's a little difficult to write next to the coil. So being social, I'm going to lunch. With friends. So I'm going to lunch with friends. Or my sisters, which I count as my friends. And then for my Dream Big, I'm going to Dream Big over here. I'm working on growing my blog and YouTube channel. So I'm thinking I'll put my makeup on aisle 64 there, and that'll remind me. I'm going to need to trim that out though, so I'll pause while I do that. Now down on aisle 64 here, or here. I think I might get here. Let's get some glue on that. I just wrote blog and YouTube on there. It's probably not something that you can see, but it's certainly something that I can see, and it's just a reminder, and maybe I'll also carry it out here. Sometimes I like to do that. I like to echo my lettering, so I'll just do blog and then YouTube. And while I'm working on that, I'm also doing my ROI video, which helps with that. So I'm just going to put ROI video. There. So now I've got something all around that. So I'm really liking the way this mission board is shaping up. I really like it to be visual. Reminder for health. Reminder for health, reminder for dreaming big with my blog, finances, home, me time, being social, and then my big R budget, my retirement there. And then this one, I guess I probably should still have one on there for work because I do need to stay on top of things associated with that. So I didn't put an IPFW one on there, but I guess I do need to write one in. So let me think about how I'm going to do that. So I guess I better put some goals for 418, which is my IPFW course that I teach. So I will, again, put this there, and I will write 418 grades. One of the things that sometimes I do is I get behind in grading, and I want to really make sure that I don't do that. So I want to stay on top of my 418 grades. And the other thing that I want to make sure that I take care of is my Blackboard management. So I think I'm just going to put a little note here that says Blackboard. There. We use the Blackboard Learn system at our university, and I really like it, but sometimes I get bogged down with other things and I don't stay on top of it as well as I should. So here's my 418. My goal is to stay on top of my grading for at least a 2-week period. So whatever's been turned in 2 weeks before needs to be graded at the end of a 2-week period, and then stay on top of deploying new modules on Blackboard. So there's that. So I've got everything on here now except for hashtag heart matters. So I think I will get me a little heart that I will put right here and just do hashtag heart matters. So let me find one of my stickers. I'm just about done with this puppy, and I'm really liking the way it's turning out. One of the problems is I've got so much stuff out, it's like, where is everything? Okay, well, it's not in this collection. Let's see if it's in this. And here they are. Just looking in the wrong place, so. Which one looks like it's good with this unit? Maybe this little pink one here. And I'll just make a little hashtag. Hashtag heart there's hashtag heart matters. Maybe I'll just darken that little hashtag a little bit. Take that down. So I've got that in. I think I've got it in. So here's my health up here, and I think I'm also going to add, in addition to the exercise, food, water. So food, water, and I'm just going to write choices, just as a reminder that my success is dependent upon my daily routine. This February mission board is looking pretty darn good. I'm really loving it. I had to turn the camera off and just clear up some of this stuff. I had so much stuff on this table, it was ridiculous. I couldn't even think. But I'm really pleased with the way this February mission board has turned out. And all I need to do now is to finish up my notes and ramblings. And my reminder this month is to remember what is important. And this was a mission statement from one of my other planner sisters on my Inkwell Press community. And I didn't write down her name, but I'm trying to remind myself to do that. Remember what is important. And then also my words for the month is plan. So I started out with focus for January, and now I'm up to plan for February. And so I'm going to continue to focus on what is important. And that everything must reflect goals on the mission board. And then as I look at planning, I'm going to plan meals, activities, and social time. And I'm also going to remember to plan some things for me, because that's sometimes what I often forget to do, is to plan some things for me. Like last month I forgot to get that brow wax because I was so busy doing things for everybody else. So this is it where I am right now. The other thing I just want to mention before I close off this notes and ramblings is that when I look back on my January, one of the underlying themes that ran through January was to be kind, be loyal, be thankful, be true, be giving, be fearless, be fabulous, be you. And I'm trying to remember that. So as I move into February, I'm also reminding myself to be kind and to be caring. So this is my mission board for the month of February. I want to thank you for spending this time with me. And I think I kind of did take a little bit longer than usual, but I was just a little unsure about a couple of things, but I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. So I hope you enjoyed it too. In the meantime, share the love and share the link with your family and friends that you think might enjoy this kind of video. And by all means, subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my blog. And plan with me for the first week of February, which is yet to come. I'll have more planning for you later.